I am just so disappointed. What's up, everybody? It's Lawrence. Today we have a special treat. I bought something resale off StockX, and I couldn't be happier and I couldn't be sadder both at the same time. Today we have the Air Fear of God shoot around done in a light bone color. Alright, so before we begin, do me a favor and hit the subscribe button as well as a thumbs up. And once you do that, then press play again. Very, very minimal upper, amazing quality when it comes down to the leather. So the leather is a tumbled-ish leather. It really is flexible, it's soft, it's really, really great. Outside of that piece of leather that's all around, you have stitching that's over here towards the front. And it runs down all the way into the front here. And the really only other major two details that are on here are the front over here, which is a piece that looks like fuse, but it's actually 3M. Then there is almost invisible looking Nike swoosh that's done over here. For the rear, you have a plasticky, rubbery type patent leather type material over here. Towards the top of the shoe, you have a strap that is a Velcro strap, and so it does come off. And then towards the top of the shoe, you have a very interesting lacing system. There are two holes over here that house the lacing. I have no idea how that looks on the inside, but ultimately a lot of it comes out into the back of the shoe, into the rear of the shoe, and you have to tie it all the way around, kind of like a Roman sandal type situation. And then finally you tie it in the front. The Air Fear of God does come with the lace locks, and so you can put that in the front over there. I actually don't like the way the lace locks feel. I also don't like how they don't actually lace lock, so I just typically tie it. On the rear of the shoe, you have the worst part of the sneaker, which is the zipper. I'll get into that extremely into detail later on. Going over to the midsole, you have a very, very chunky midsole. I'm not exactly sure what material it's done in. It's pretty really stiff, but it feels super premium when you put it on as well as in hand, and that's done in a white. Finally, the last piece of this is going to be this blue, this translucent blue that goes towards the middle over here, and that looks exactly like the Air Max 180. The difference here is inside the shoe, and you can start seeing it in the translucent area, is that it is made out of a double stacked zoom unit, which also means it's extremely responsive. And as soon as you put it on, that underfoot feel is crazy. On the bottom of the shoe, you have what is traction patterns that are done in concentric circle, and you have a black Nike swoosh right in the middle there where the air zoom unit is exposed. And on the inside of the shoe, you have a insole that's done in an orange, and hopefully you can see that. But I am so freaking disappointed because this shoe is like 90% there, and that 10% is a deal breaker. What I love about the shoe from an aesthetics perspective, this is the closest, in my opinion, that Nike has gotten to both a very, very fashion-forward shoe that would probably be in the wheelhouse of exactly the same thing as a Balenciaga, maybe not so much Gucci, but a lot of other kind of luxury type brands that would have this type of aesthetic. I think it's super clean, but it has all these elements that make it look high fashion, which obviously is what probably Jerry Lorenzo was looking for with the Air Fear of God in general. And it is just a phenomenal shoe. If you can see in the on feet, they look great on feet. You know, a lot of people I saw online are asking what you would wear them with. You basically wear them with anything. I mean, this is the showpiece. But the main issue is when you're trying to get the shoe on. So before that happens, when you can feel all that comfort and the suppleness of the leather, it's so hard to actually get your foot in. It's actually ridiculous how hard it is to get your foot in. So the only way to get your foot in is to squish down on the zipper. And that's a problem because it feels like you're going to break the zipper. And that's a huge freaking issue. Now, the zipper itself is even worse. It's super flimsy. It's made out of metal, but it's actually really hard to zip. There's not that satisfying feeling of zipping it up. It's almost like it struggles to get up, and you almost feel like you're gonna break it every single time you zip up and zip down. My second wear of the shoe, this zipper, this pulley part, basically just came off, and I had to use pliers and put them back in. And so I 100% know that what I did with those pliers are not going to be enough to actually keep this zipper functional. Smell of the shoe, I'm pretty sure most people, they don't normally review the smell of the shoe, but the leather smells really, really good. And when it comes down to sizing, I would definitely go a half size down. I went a half size down, and it's still a little long, but that's okay. The shoe itself is super snug, and because it's super snug, the sizing is fine. However, I definitely would not go true to size. I definitely would not go half size up. So I know the shoe itself is hard to get, so if you need to pay resale, I would be safer to go half size down. But unfortunately, I paid a lot of money for something I can barely put on, and hopefully I can get off once I do put it on. I would not recommend paying resale for it. I just feel like it's too much of a risk. So yeah, so despite my disappointment, I still wouldn't recommend resale on the shoe, but I definitely recommend buying the shoe in general. It's phenomenal. And until next time, peace.